We're also supported here by Samara Care, so there's some skincare products here, but this is not the highlight of this workshop. It's really about general care and all of that. And then after that, what's going to happen is you and your model are going to get stationed over, and you have exactly about an hour, exactly an hour to do your makeup looks and all of that kind of stuff. Right after that, just under an hour, right after that, you will come here. We will see the before and afters. The team is going to take a before picture. They're going to take an after picture of your model, and we will see it here, as well as we'll see the skin ourselves. I would be a judge. Karai Creative is a judge. Kent is a judge. And Steph from Focus Forward is also a judge. And so we will be scoring, and the highest scoring would be in our pool of makeup artists for whenever we have corporate events, photo shoots, even when we have certain kinds of travel, we need to be also walking with extended team members. So that's what we're aiming to do with this. So thank you so much for being here. Okay? Without any further ado, I would like to invite none other than Miranda, Mimi, my good friend.
Oh, got lights on.
Yeah.
Wake up.
You know chocolate need light.
Yeah, we need.
So she's going to just go ahead and do a brief workshop with you all. And Mimi, take it away.
Okay. Good morning again. I was too fast. Okay, so this is not going to, not going to make this too official. We're going to make it very interactive because I can see a lot of, well, I know faces here, and I know that I want it to be a situation where everybody can ask questions and ask me questions, and it's just not I'm talking to, you know. So, Skincare 101. How many of you have a personal skincare routine right now? Slight. So 2 no, rest yes. Okay. I'm going to ask another question. How many of you have at least a 3 to 5 step skincare routine? Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, just to make it where I know everyone's name, I want us to do a little introduction first because I just know the names of 3 people, but I don't know the rest. So let's do a small introduction. So when I'm asking, I'm not just like you, we can use the name. So if you could introduce yourself.
My name is Nashira.
Nashira?
Yes.
And you have a brand?
No, I'm Stephanie. She's my model.
Oh, you're the model. Okay, so models are in the audience as well. Okay. Stephanie, I know.
Stephanie, we're in Rochester.
From Stephanie Blends.
Yeah, Stephanie Blends.
Okay. You are?
Jana. I'm
The model? Okay.
My name is Chandani. I have Styles by Chandani. I'm a hairstylist and makeup artist.
I've seen your page or a tag somewhere. Okay. Nice to meet you. Shanika?
I'm Shanika Williams. My page is Shades of Melanin.
Shades of Melanin, which I found out yesterday. And then, Miggy?
Do you know my name?
Everybody, maybe not.
My name is Miji Planners. Miguela. Call me Miji Planners. I'm her
Model. Okay.
Hi, my name is Oneida Arundel. I have Glam by Royalty.
Glam by Royalty. Okay. Before I leave, let me follow everybody whose Instagram I don't follow right now. Well, I think only you I follow, so I'll follow everybody else. Okay, well, nice. Welcome. It's always good to see new makeup artists, new growing makeup artists. I can plainly say that I've seen at least one makeup artist that grew with me here in the audience, which is Stephanie. So whenever I see new faces, it makes me feel like I'm getting old. But that's another story. So let's get into the skincare. All right, so we already said that everyone here has at least a 3 to 5 step skincare routine. Now, when it comes to your clients, everyone here, you have clients. And Oneida? You're a working makeup artist already. You do clients, or you're just starting out? Just so I could see them. Okay. All right. So when you're using your models or you're using your clients, what skincare steps do you use when you do start your makeup?
I cleanse the skin first using micellar water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will put a moisturizer and
Okay. Moisturizer and primer. Same. Same.
I use a serum as well.
Okay.
And I do usually use a makeup remover first and then micellar water.
Okay. Steph?
Well, mine is it varies depending on the skin type.
Mm-hmm.
But I do generally the micellar water or cleanse the skin. Sometimes I might have them wash the face too before.
Depending on if the time of day, where if they came from work or.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aside from that, then I use a
Oh,
water.
wait, you want to pass the mic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So after that, I have them use a water elixir and then a water bomb, which is a moisturizer.
Okay.
And then sometimes I might use an oil, depending again on the skin. And then after that, I also use under eye cream or serum for moisture. And then I might use, depending on the time of day, sunscreen, and then primer, and then I go into the makeup.
Sounds good. I think when it comes to doing your clients, it's really, there's a kind of misconception that the least amount of skincare you do for the face is where, it's the better, especially in the Caribbean, which is don't use a lot of moisturizer and make the face greasy. You're going to make the skin look oily. In two hours, the nose going to be oily. Actually, it is the opposite. The least amount of skincare you use on the face, your personal face or your client's face, the more the makeup will break down as the hours pass. This is something that I've seen personally over the years. I don't even know, it's going 20, I even know no more years in the makeup industry. And the prep that you do to the skin is very, very important. I remember when I studied makeup in Amsterdam, I saw that there was a cream being used by my educator. It was called Biafine. Biafine. It's sold on the front side in the pharmacy. And I would see them slathering the face with this cream. I know, coming from Simata with my ideology, like, why are you putting so much cream? I still didn't, up to this day, I don't use that much, but they used a lot before they put on the makeup. But of course, what that allows is once the makeup is on, it gives the makeup something to hold on to on the skin. So let's go through the steps. Like Stephanie said and everyone said, cleanse. All right, before we reach to that point, cleanse. When your client comes in, or you yourself, they have to come in already with a cleansed face. You can give them the instruction from an email. You can, your how you say, your your confirmation email that you send to them, that their appointment, you can give them a list of things that they have to do, because people will come and they won't be prepared. So you can do that, so it can save you time with your, within your working hour that you have. So they have to have a cleansed face. Second, it's good to have a toner for the skin. Everyone has a different skin type. We know what those are. Steph, you mentioned it's dry skin, normal, and oily, usually. Then there's combination, of course. Most people of the Caribbean has combination skin. We got the oil here, maybe a few dry spots here, oily here, right? So most of the time you will experience people who have the same type of skin types, or you have the really extremely dry or the really extremely oily. Okay, so it's good to have a toner. What the toner does is it helps to kind of add a little bit of the pH balance back into the skin after they've cleansed, or if they come with that. Sometimes people come with a really dry face and you could tell they just wash their face with like a bar of soap. If you put makeup on that face as is, it will be a catastrophe for you. Okay, never put makeup on an extremely just cleansed face. So you put a little toner. Try to not use a toner with alcohol. Like, I know there's witch hazel. We ain't doing it. Witch hazel has alcohol, okay? There's some people with the rose water. Rose water works if it's rose water, okay? So get a toner that's nice and balanced, something that will add pH balance back into the skin. You want the moisture into the skin, all right? Then what's the next step? You mentioned a serum. Serum is nice. No, serum is an investment. However, you should know you should be investing in your kits at this point. So you get a nice serum, something with hyaluronic acid, something simple. You don't want to be buying vitamin C's because you're not estheticians. It's just to aid the makeup, the makeup application. So something simple with hyaluronic acid is fine, okay? Then the moisturizer, the most important. At the store, we have two types of moisturizers. We have skin concern specific moisturizers. We have one for dry skin, and then we have one for normal to, for normal dry and normal to oily skin. Okay. If your client has extremely dry skin, you want to put a moisturizer that will add really, really good hydration to the skin. Something thick, something, you can feel the texture when you apply it to their face. Don't be shy on the application. Don't just put a little bit here and then, I know you want to save product, but you want the makeup to turn out good as well, okay? So have two types of moisturizers for your clients depending on their skin type, all right? And be generous. Really apply it. Once you're applying the skincare products on their face, you could wait. I know they're using the fans now. You could use a fan to dry, the serum in between, the toner in between, and then you apply the moisturizer. Of course, you know the motion. All of your skincare products, you apply upwards and upwards motions because you don't ever want to drag any of the client's face down. Why?
Reach them faster.
Everything is in upward motions. Don't just be rubbing them and
Natural
and
facelifts.
exactly. All right. And just be very gentle. I know some makeup artists really rough. You want to be as gentle as possible. Yeah, like no, gentle as possible. Remember, your skincare session is kind of like a little pampering time with your client as well. You guys are different than my course of work because I'm in a store setting, but you're in your personal space with a one-on-one time with your client, so you can offer them an experience. Okay, so if imagine they just finished work and they're like, you're doing the little skincare session and they're like, oh God, this feels nice, I feel relaxed. That's a memory trigger. They're coming straight back to you. Okay, so all of these little things, all of these little tips and tricks is what also creates client retention and word of mouth to other people to let them. It's not just about the look. It's all in the details when it comes to a good makeup artist. All right, so we're down to moisturizer. Now I've seen, Steph, you introduced some other skincare options, which was the eye cream, and you said something else. The eye cream and something else you mentioned. SPF.
Oh yeah.
So very important. Eye cream is really good for people who have dry under eyes. Has this ever happened to you where you're applying concealer and then you put in a concealer and then you see the concealer just not moving? It just sticking and you bouncing off and it's stretching and then it's just sticking right there. Especially those, everyone probably has those really matte concealers.
Yeah.
That's because they already had extremely dry skin, extremely dry under eye, and then to put the concealer on, remember makeup is not a nutrient, it's just makeup. It's just like clay. There's no nutrients. So it's best to also have an eye cream in your kit so that you can apply a little moisture under the eye, because what that does is also it prevents creasing in the concealer when you're ready to set it. Okay? So take note of the eye cream for sure. And then the sunscreen. If you have a moisturizer with sunscreen, regardless, that's good. So you could use it as your moisturizer. However, your makeup is also based on what event or what situation, what season we're in. If you're in Carnival, better spray them down. There are different types of SPF. I think there's a type that you can now spray after the makeup. There's a lot of things on the market now you can always research. But if you can get a moisturizer that has SPF in it already, it's fine. However, if you have anybody who has any type of allergies or anything like that, some people have sun allergies, etc., always have that as an option in case they want to put a sunscreen under their makeup. But I always recommend it for sure. If they're gonna be indoors, maybe it's okay. If they're gonna be under heavy light, like these type of lights, sunscreen is definitely recommended because the UV, they need protection from the
But
UV.
sometimes, like when you put SPF with certain camera settings, they do show up in the photos like a flash.
It does.
And that's why I'm a little bit, unless it's something that they're really going to be outside, I try to skip that.
Skip the SPF. Well, there's a lot of different ones right now. I saw one from La Roche-Posay. There is no white undercast in it. So, and they have that one, and they also have the one that's
The stick.
the stick. The stick has a lot less of the white cast, so you can try those. I know the ones that you have that are really, really white, don't use that on your makeup because it also changes the color of the foundation a little bit. And yeah, that doesn't look good. So just look for different ones that it's a trial and error situation when it comes to sunscreen. But yeah, for those situations, it's recommended. Okay. Um, yeah. So after you put on your sunscreen, you have your client prepped. Then that's when you move on to, I mean, your own magic. So what I was saying from the beginning, these different steps that you've done, it helps to keep the makeup in place. There's like I said, there's a misconception that the more skincare you use, the makeup gonna slide around. No, the more skincare you use, the makeup, the foundation, the primer, all of the concealer, all of those products have something now to hold on to the skin. Because I wish I had some foundation so I could show, but next time I'll come prepared. But you could see the difference, and you can do a test even on your hand. Once you put all of those steps and you put on the foundation, you'll see that it actually sits on more matte and more strong holding than when you just put foundation directly to the skin. And that's proven. Okay? Of course, you know your primer, your foundation, concealer, etc., and then your setting. Now, when it comes to, I'm just gonna add in setting spray because I find setting spray is part of the skin care process. Now, with the setting sprays, I would advise that you always use setting sprays that's based on the client's skin type as well. Sometimes you use certain setting sprays that are the wet type of okay, let me distinguish the different types of setting sprays. There's the liquid setting spray, and then there's the aerosol, there's the mist as well, and then there's the aerosol fixing spray. First, you use a setting spray, which is the liquefied setting spray. You use it based on the client's skin type. If somebody has an oily skin, do not use a hydrating setting spray because it's going to shift the makeup a little bit, and it also, all of the skincare under the makeup will start to work against that setting spray you use, and then kind of, you'll see the makeup breaking up a little bit. You don't want that. Remember, you already have the hydration. Everyone following me? So you have your different types of setting spray, just as you have your different types of skincare for each skin type. Then there's setting sprays that are more mattifying, right? You use the mattifying setting sprays for people with more oily skin. Don't use a mattifying on somebody with dry skin, regardless if you also want them to look completely matte. You have to kind of sync your skincare, your makeup, and your setting according to the skin type. Once you do that, your makeup will be flawless, straight through. And a lot of people don't know that trick about setting sprays. The aerosol one at the end is fine, but the spray before that is very important. Okay? Any questions so far? It's basic, but it's good to talk about it.
The toning. What toning would you recommend?
Well, I'm gonna recommend mine, me. No, okay. So for toner, I always suggest use a toner that goes along with the skincare brand you're using. That's the easiest thing. Because sometimes when you mix different, I really like to stick to a line because I find lines work well together. Like, you know, if you have the face wash, the toner, and the moisturizer as a set is good. And then you can experiment with the serums, the SPF, the eye cream, and stuff like that. But those three things kind of stick together. So toner, you could go by the Frontside Pharmacy. I don't like any American products. I don't like none of them. So if anybody asks me, I always say come by me or go by the Frontside Pharmacy. And there's a lot of different brands there. There's Caudalie. I love Caudalie. They have a nice toner. There is another SVR. They have another brand called SVR there. La Roche-Posay doesn't have toner. I would recommend Caudalie, personally. So you could try, and with toner as well, thanks for bringing that back up, you don't necessarily, if you don't want to drag the skin with cotton, you can just put cleanse hands, of course, disinfect your hands for your client. You put a little bit of the toner on your hands, and then you can push it into the skin. Just press it in. Remember, while they're sitting there, and they're getting this toner pressed into their skin, the skin feels happy. Dry it off a little bit, and you move on to the moisturizer. So you don't need always to be passing and pressing and passing. What are we doing on time? Oh, good. Okay. All right. So that's a nice feeling for the client. Just like I said before, think of it like a little pampering session for them. And if you don't, or you're not disciplined or routine with your own skincare, kind of do it on yourself. Maybe tonight, do the different steps so you can see how your client would feel once, you know, nice gentle hands. You know, I hope and I home I ain't like rubbing out, you know, quick to get in the bed. No. Do the routine. Tap under the eye. If you're doing eye cream, you cannot just rub under the eye for yourself or even for clients. Why? Who knows? Yes, but there's one more important. Anybody knows why? Yes. Steph, you're supposed to know all of these answers.
I don't like being put on the spot.
You're supposed to know all. Yeah, so under the eye is the thinnest part, the thinnest skin of the body. Doesn't matter. Even any body part, hair is the thinnest part. So whatever you do under the eyes, that's why there's concealer. Everything, you don't notice on the market, everything concerning eyes is separate. There's a reason. Even though we know there's so much products out there, and there's reasons for why there's a separation of different things. It's not just for sales. There's a reason there's night cream and day cream. People come to me like, yeah, but you can't use all this. No. No. So for the eyes, you have to be very, very gentle, even with concealer. Sometimes I see people on videos poking the client, and you're seeing the eye, like you could see the person's eye pop because under there is so soft and gentle. You have to be really, really, really conscious of how you're dealing with the under eye. Okay, so you put your little eye cream, and then you carry forward. And like I just mentioned, the distinction of products. There's daytime products and there's nighttime products. Once somebody asked me, a makeup artist, if they should use their nighttime stuff for the client because it's night. I said no. No. The night cream, night products, and this is for your personal, and you can teach your clients this as well if they ask. Night products is specifically for before rest. So the products you put on your face before you go to sleep is very important, because when your body is at rest is when your body rejuvenates, when your cells fix itself. Like, you ever notice when you go sleep with you went sleep with a big pimple, you go sleep, wake up in the morning, it's already dried and you're happy. That's because your body fixed everything that it needed to fix that pimple. All your cells, everything rejuvenated. So what happens when you sleep, whatever you put on your skin, your body, whatever you put on, whatever, maybe even drink before you go to sleep, your body uses it to fix itself. Anything you put on your face or you use during the day, nothing is happening because your body is on the move. So whatever you put on during the day, if you put on skincare, sunscreen, whatever, it's for protection. So it's protection during the day and rejuvenation at night. Okay? We good?
Is the Ordinary a good brand?
The Ordinary is a lovely brand. However, The Ordinary actually was created as a chemist brand. So the problem with The Ordinary is that because of the price point everybody loves, it became popular, but people are not using them in the way that it should be used. The Ordinary products were meant to use in conjunction with each other. So like hyaluronic acid was supposed to use with niacinamide and with the AHA, and then you combine it. But people are combining it wrong, and it can cause irritations in the skin. So it's nice if you know what you're doing with it. So the Ordinary requires a lot of research into skincare even as a chemist kind of, because, and even I'm not on that level. I know the basics, but I know which acids, you call them acids. So all of the little bottles of Ordinary are serums, and they're actually acids inside. Hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, arbutin, all of those are acids. And there's a certain way you can use them together. Use them wrong, and that's why I saw like on TikTok. Exactly. 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 So it's nice, but even I wouldn't do it because I'm not a chemist. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions? Remember, we're on TikTok, we're on Korean. Oh, come on, you guys. We got Korean skincare. We got, there's all types of stuff on the market. So whatever comes to mind, let me know. It's a thing, right?
On my
On the feed.
We happen to have this is actually
Korean.
skincare. So thank you very much for bringing that up.
So, okay, Korean skincare. Korean skincare became popular because Asia is the mecca. And I hope to reach there one day because I am a skincare fiend. Is mecca when it comes to the skincare industry. They are on another level. They have centers where people go just to be in cabins and do rejuvenation, cryotherapy. Like, it's a way of life over there. It's a beautiful thing. Their skincare products are excellent. However, their climate is different to us. So a lot of people are purchasing, especially in the Caribbean. We need to be so careful as to what we buy, because our climate is humidity 100% from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep. Now we feel good. I love the weather now. Like April, it's going to be bad, but the humidity really works against us for everything. For hair, you do your hair, by the time you come out, your hair done gone if you have natural hair. For skin, you could see a lot of people come to us asking how to keep the makeup on longer. It's not about the makeup not staying on. It's the sun and the sweat and the heat doesn't like the makeup. So whatever we do on the face, it's like our climate works against us. So that's why the setting, the skincare, everything you have to do different, as opposed to somebody in Korea, somebody in the US who's walking through malls, who has dry weather, whose makeup stays flawless from the time they, when they say on those YouTube videos, I did a test of 8 hours. You did that in a mall. You do that walking down Front Street or in your car, just come out and trying to, you understand? So going back to what I mean, going back to what I mean with climate, Korean skincare works for them and their skin type because of their descent, where they're Asian, so their skin is different than us. It's not oily, and also their climate. So when people now, I think, are coming and they're buying the Korean skincare, it's working against them because it's very hydrating, extremely hydrating, which is not bad. But then you get what you said, where it's oily. It's really, really, and if you like that look, it's fine. But then we don't like that look. We don't like the oily look. So use it. However, that's the only thing. You will be really hydrated, and it doesn't work well with the humidity on lovely St. Martin. So if you buy anything, it has to be very mattifying, and they don't sell much like mattifying stuff. It's more hydration. Okay. Any other question? No? Go. You have a question. Okay. All right. Well, that would, yeah, go ahead, sir.
So on oily skin, how do you know when you've, like, what does it look like if you've overhydrated the skin? How can you tell?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Yeah.
good question.
Oil, I distribute oil like it's like I fry and jack fish every morning.
Well,
Yeah, distribute.
Not produce.
I
Distribute.
distribute it as a step four.
Well, how can you tell? The trick with oily skin is you have to use products for oily skin. So even though you're hydrating, you have to use like a moisturizer that's mattifying. Like you literally have to use a moisturizer that's mattifying and light. So I wouldn't say to keep like, because they already have a natural oil. So you wouldn't just keep hydrating. You just use the right products that match their skin type.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you use another moisturizer that, like, I know a lot of people use Pond's. Pond's, that's, yeah, Pond's. Pond's is just, yeah, it's Pond's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thought I was saying it wrong. It's very basic, but it's,
1980s. Like
no, the makeup artists, they use it because they can get it easily. They can get it in the supermarket, and I've seen like a lot use it.
Okay.
So if you use that for somebody with oily skin, you will stay there and you will be, they will be very, like on Kenty, it will be too much, and then you'll spend so much time trying to bring down the shine and the oiliness. You're gonna overuse primer and powder, and at the end of the day, she's gonna start looking cakey.
Flour.
Exactly, because you're just, the focus is just pushing product. So the best thing is to use a light amount and use a really good mattifying moisturizer. Not that it will mattify the skin, but it's specifically for oily skin. And you'll know and going back to what you asked, you'll know she's hydrated enough because you'll see that she won't look
Oily.
extra shiny, because we know how that could look like.
Maybe what about the importance of knowing your skin type? I know most of us have combination skin type, but there are really people even that do their makeup regular that don't know what skin type they have. They go,
Right.
well, I look oily today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is
No,
dry.
for everybody,
For
look
everybody's
oily.
oily, right? But the overall, the rule of thumb is that most of us have a T-zone
Yes.
combination skin. But what about makeup artists understanding and letting the clients know how important it is for them to tell their clients on the chair, like, do you know your makeup, your skin type? Do you know if you have any allergies? Have you done any tests? Like those are also things that, because sometimes when we do have clients and we have to, for example, do a shoot or a production, those are things that sometimes their team, the glam squad, are gonna come and tell us, like, you know, like people are familiar with skincare, like have they done, are they certified, like they could go really deep depending on the type of client that it is. So it's just something to take into consideration and also to be aware of and have the conversation with your clients. Like the first time client is testing you, but your regulars, we should have that conversation on a regular basis because as we age too, I mean, I've known Mimi since college days, and we have
Don't say how long.
don't say how long.
Yes.
Long enough. Right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
But it is important to know what skin type your clients have, and if they
Yes.
don't know, that you encourage them to find out and
How
have
to
and
determine.
to use the right products on the skincare routine. And skincare, sometimes we spend thousands of dollars on skincare, and there's something very basic that is going to help us. There's no magic formula, and we can't tell you what is going to work for you in advance. Just like hair, trial and error, but knowing the basic stuff and what you're looking for your skin is always something that is going to help.
Is very important. Like, well, just to answer your question, well, you can determine what type of skin type the client has by asking, the first question is, how does it feel when you just come out of the shower or you just wash your face? How does the face feel? Is the face tight? You know, sometimes you just you can feel the skin is tight. Already there, you can determine that they have a drier skin. Even though they're sitting down telling you, no, I got oily skin, but then they're saying the skin feels tight when they finish wash it. No, they don't. They have dry skin. Probably, yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
interject? Sometimes it does depend on the type of face wash
Wash.
you use as well.
That's true.
I've identified that personally.
That's
Okay.
true.
That it dries out your skin.
Yes. So it would feel tighter with some face wash.
Bar
compared to,
soap.
Um, mm, well, I don't use bar soap at all. I think that unless it's natural. Like,
Yeah, the
Like
natural,
honey or.
yes.
the black soaps dry the skin really badly.
Yes.
So,
Oh, really? I didn't even, I mean, I'm not a black
Yes,
soap user,
your
but I
face
didn't know that at all.
feel brand new though. With a
yeah, I know,
yeah,
but
it's not ideal though.
it's not ideal.
I used to make my own. I
Okay.
use liquid black soap. I will put coconut oil in it because of course I identified
It
the
dry.
drying,
Mhm.
and then I combined it with this Dr. Bronner's.
Browners.
So I
Mhm.
will combine peppermint, lavender, and the black soap all together with a little coconut oil,
Mhm.
and that's how I made my own personal
Okay.
face soap. And then I noticed a difference.
Okay.
It wasn't as oil drying,
Mhm.
but I did feel very
Refreshed.
clean.
Cleansed.
Once it feels clean,
Yes.
because everybody likes that clean feeling for sure. Well, yeah. So it, like you said, it depends on what type of soap is used, but for people who really have dry skin, they will know. I mean, you will feel a tightness, but they will know if their face on a regular basis, even just after showering. So if you don't say after washing, just say after, like before washing, after showering. You come out of the shower, you didn't use any products. How does your face feel? Because after your water dries off on a dry skin, it will feel tight as well for dry skin. So just ask them that, how does face feel after showering, and so you would determine if it's tight, it's dry. Now you just looking, and I think most of you can determine just by looking at the face. A combination skin person is a T-zone. T-zone is the forehead, the nose, and the chin. Sometimes it's like also right here.
Like by your cheeks.
Yes, right in the beginning. If you see your client sitting barefaced and they have those areas already having a little shine, or you cleanse hands, you can feel where there's a little bit of moisture, you know they have combination. If you can see here, there's no type of, just, you can feel at the back of your fingers that it's very, very coarse and textured, you know they have dry, oily skin, which is combination skin. So just look at the skin, look at where light reflects. You have your ring light in front of you. You can turn the face, you can see where light is reflecting on the skin, and you know those areas are a bit oily and the rest is dry. If there's no light reflection, you know it's dry. If the full face is just completely moist, like you could tell even with Kenty. Kenty has fully oily skin. You can tell her just looking, the light bouncing.
And this is powdered.
And this is a
Mattifier
powder.
And
Yeah.
listen, I already feel like oil dripping.
No, it's not bad.
Not so bad?
No,
Okay, 'cause I could.
just the nose. But with oily skin, the nose produces the most sebum. And when we say oil, it's called sebum, okay? For if you're ever in a setting where
You
maybe
need to use
you
that
need to
lingo.
use terms, the oil, just walk on it, be like, oh, frying oil? No, it's sebum.
That's how my face feels though, again with a jackfish, but that's nothing to do with that.
So you know, those are different things you can determine to just, like if you are in a setting, that's what Kenty was trying to say. If you're in a setting, if you're chosen to go away with them and
Have a lingo. there's
you
a-
want to know what you're talking about, you can yeah.
And you can also research it, because what we
Definitely.
also recommend to our makeup artists is to do your homework in advance on the client. We do that all the time as well. When I have to style someone, I go into their profile, I send a questionnaire. It could go very deep depending on the detail of the production, right?
Yes.
So just ask the question, just do the research if you're not sure, if you haven't heard a term, if you think something is trending, like the Asian care, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to touch base on that simply because it's all over on social media. But what are some of the things? First of all, a lot of people don't know that a routine, a skincare routine, takes at least 21 days for you to start seeing a change. That's
That
rule
part.
number one. Our culture thinks that we go and buy a cream today, tomorrow is magic.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
put it down.
Put it down, but it takes at least 21 days for you to start seeing some form of change, and that could be bad change, it could be good change, right? Now, if it's an allergic reaction, most time you'll see that immediately, so that is a good thing. But if it's a transformation change, then it's going to be 21 days and up. What would you say, or what would you recommend if someone is going to try Asian skincare for our climate? What would be some of the tips that you could give them on the trial part? Like, okay, I just bought Rise Water Bright, is trending. The target audience is between 20 and 35, so it's a very young audience, right? What would you tell them? Like, okay, pay attention to the following, because you spoke about the climate, and that is something that our clients are going to ask us to. Like, hey, we are not in China or Asia, so we have a whole different climate. What would you tell them to look out for, to recognize that it's something that is going to work for or against them?
Well, the first thing is if it's a specific brand. So you mentioned
Rise Water Bright.
Rice Water brand. Look to see if there's a range for specific skin types, because most of the time you have like a skincare brand, and they have something for, as we were saying, oily skin, dry skin. If it's something for combination skin, you can go ahead and get it. If it's for dry skin and
Oily.
oily and combination, you can go ahead and get it, because then it will work for us here.
Okay.
If it's more for hydration, focus on hydration, it will not work. It's simple as that. So always look for in the brands something that's for combination skin.
Okay.
Combination or all
Oily.
oily skin, because at least then it will have some kind of mattifying attributes to it that you can use, and you know it will work for you, where you're not going to walk out and feel like, okay, this is a little too much, and you're patting your face too much, and it's because I've even tried some, and I'm like, oh no, this ain't working for me. Like, you can literally feel the product sitting on the skin, and I understand why, but then it doesn't work for us. So combination skin type products is best to use.
Okay.
Or look for a brand that at least has a range. Having a range is very important. Now, you just have one size fits all.
That scares me most of the time.
Yes, that's
but it's
impossible.
good to know, because when you're younger too, people wait until you're 40 to start applying night cream, but by then the damage is done.
Yeah.
You wait until 40 to start applying sun care.
Yeah.
By then it's too late, because the pigmentation has already started and all of that stuff.
Yep.
So initially you should start having, somebody felt like the shoe fit over there. Initially you should start having a routine, at least from the early 20s. Come on, well, you're a teenager, you're busy with puberty and other things going on, but from early 20s come up, define a routine. And I think that in our culture, it's maybe it's changing. I don't know, because you're in that industry more than me. I don't know if you have seen a shift, but for us it gets later and later to start worrying about your skin, and then it's too late. So that's another recommendation.
Well, it shifted a little bit, because now my daughter's asking me, Mommy, I should be doing skincare. Like, so she's doing skincare.
That generation, but that's alpha.
Yeah, that's
right.
alpha.
That's alpha.
They're different.
That's a different breed.
Yeah, they are waking up, and she asked me, she sees me doing it, and she asked me, and I bought her something,
A little kit
to do that, from the pharmacy, that's good for her. So she rub it in the morning, and
that's a whole different generation.
It's a whole generation.
But from our generation to now, it's like, okay, we're gonna fix it when we have the problem.
Yeah.
And black don't crack, but unfortunately, it does crack. And you see that at a later stage, when you are in your 60s and 70s, that you have the wrinkles and the skin colors, the pigmentation, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So that is also something that you can recommend to your clients, that try to enforce a skincare routine from a young age.
Yeah,
Yes, and I'm gonna wrap it up because Mimi has to go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mimi.
Well, thank you, guys. I just wanted to say one thing. Like I said in the beginning, I have been in this thing a very long time, and I always know I knew how it felt as a upcoming person in the industry who loves makeup. I wake up and I live, I breathe, I look. The first thing on my phone is a makeup look, and I understand, because that's how I am even to this day, and it's one of my passions. And most of the time, especially in St. Martin, I'm able now to identify the people who really, really are like that. And in this room, I can see it already. Steph, she knows, when she came to me to work at Inglot, she has been an Inglot makeup artist. She had that hunger, that passion. She wanted it. She wanted to learn. She wanted, and it's, I mean, you can see the results. I think I don't know if you've came before, but I've seen you everywhere, and that's very important. So I can see the drive as well. Shanika, she was at the store yesterday. We had a full discussion yesterday, not knowing she's going to be here today. And that repetitive, that hunger is what will make you reach far. So continue everything. There's a casting call, there's something happening, you be there. Stephanie, you still there. I'm so like, it's very inspirational for me because you're still participating in things. Like, you always want to learn. I'm interested to see your page to see as well, but the fact that you're here, I'm sure you know you've been making, from what I know, you're making skincare. You love what you do. So continue doing that and you'll definitely reach where you want to go. Okay? I could see it. I have the eye. All right, thank you guys.
Give me a round of applause. Thank you
you.
so much, Mimi. I appreciate you. I know that you're busy on a Saturday. Oh, mic, yes.
Let me rub-
I need a mic, my voice. We need a group picture before you leave.
Okay.
Alvin, calling the media team, or John, or somebody with a camera. Guys, thank you so much. I know that this I didn't want it to feel forced, but I do understand that it's important for us to focus on the skincare part, and a lot of us do not. As makeup artists, we go with the artist, you know, the creative part. But I think it's important for us to understand what is happening because you can pass this on to your clients. Okay, and then with the ladies. Okay, so you can stand up on. Yes, probably stand up around here. Let me see if we can get a good shot.
They're going over on the other side of
Yes.
another presentation.
No. This is it. They're gonna know this. So we're taking it from here. Okay.
Okay, so was that inspiring? On a scale from 1 to 10? 10 being awesome, 1 being 10? Okay, good. You had a question?
No, sorry, I was just asking.
Yes, right in the back here. Oh. So we're about to transition over to the other side. Many of you already have your station picked out. And so we're going to go ahead and set that up. It's exactly on 12:05 right now, or 12:04. So we're back on time, which is good. You have, Kenty, just double checking, they have 45 minutes or an hour?
We are gonna strive for 45, and we have a 15 minutes buffer in case.
Okay.
But let's try for 45.
So you have 45 minutes to do a look of your choice. We're not that strict on whatever you want to do. We want to see what you have in you. And with that 45 minutes, we're going to try and keep to that so that we can respect the time of the following group that's going to come a little bit later. And we still would like to jot down some notes about your makeup looks, okay? So I invite you to go over to the other side and start setting up. where the makeup artists, 5 makeup artists are here live. Yeah? You ready? I'm looking at. Hi, and welcome to the very first makeup artist casting call of 2025. My name is Ife Badajo, and we are right here in Phillipsburg at Focus Forward Media Studios. It is amazing. We have costumes from Climax Carnival. We have Karai Creative Style here. We have Samara Care and their incredible new products that are happening. It is busy, and so I'm going to give you a behind-the-scenes look. So we're going to interview some of the makeup artists. We'll start right over here at this particular station, right here. And I'm gonna sneak in. Hi, what's your name?
Chandani.
And so can you give your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is Styles by Chandani, and I'm a makeup artist and a hairstylist.
And you are?
Jenna.
This is her beautiful model. And so tell me, what's the experience so far?
I really like it. Everything was so thorough, so organized, and I love being invited to these kind of events and having a chance to meet new people, network, and show off my skills.
And what do you hope to get out of this?
I hope to just leave with a few good connections, and I think that would be enough for me. But I do hope to be part of the team in the future.
Awesome. So as these models and makeup artists are aiming to be a part of the team for different kinds of opportunities, events, corporate, all of that, I'm going to get out of their way so that they continue. The clock is ticking, guys. This is happening. They have about 15 minutes left. And so I'm going to interview quickly another makeup artist who's no stranger to makeup. And I mean really no stranger to makeup. You're right in the camera, though. Hi.
I just came to say hi.
And so this is none other than Steph. Steph, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me today.
And how do you feel this is going for you so far?
I feel pretty good. Extra nervous. That's how I get whenever it's like lights on you. But I feel pretty good though about it. Everything has been such a wonderful experience so far. The team has been very welcoming to all of us, and I love the little session that we had before this. So I feel good.
Awesome. And this is your beautiful model. What's your name?
My name is Nashira.
And how is this experience for you so far?
It's going good. I always have a great experience with Stephanie. She's always awesome.
Okay, I'm going to get out of their way, guys. We're moving. I told you there's 5 of them, 5. And we have here none other than...
Hi, I'm Shanika Williams, owner of Shades of Melanin. My Instagram is shades_of.melanin_.
Guys, I just had an aha moment. I know her stuff. I didn't know that this was Shades of Melanin. So I just had an aha moment. Oh, cool. And so your beautiful model is none other than?
Dishney Matthew York. Oh, let me open my eyes.
As you can see, they are working hard here. How is this experience for you so far?
It's really, really exciting. I must say I'm happy to be here. This is my first event like this, and it's something.
What do you hope to get out of this?
Well, the experience, the exposure, working with others is also a good thing. And yeah, just overall having fun.
Awesome. Guys, we are working hard. We are going to go to the other stations. This is all at Focus Forward happening right now live behind scenes. Come. And so we have none other than...
Oneida Arundel.
Yeah, the camera's going to try and catch your face so that everyone can see your beautiful face. All right, and this is your model.
Midgie Flanders.
So how's this experience going for you so far?
Thus far, it's really good. It's organized. I'm having a good time. It's out of my comfort zone, but I'm enjoying it as we go along.
I love how focused she was. It took her 10 seconds. Oh, there's family connections over here apparently. The camera guy is letting me know this is my cousin. Okay, all right, I like it. So what do you expect to get out of this?
I expect to get exposure and bring the makeup industry on the island to another level and making it friendly. We're a friendly island. We're a place where we enjoy looking good, having a good time. And what better way to make somebody feel beautiful by enhancing what they already have with makeup.
That sounds like an ad.
I know, right?
I love it. I just love it.
We have it on record.
We have it on record, yes. Okay, thank you so much. And so we are going here. We have none other than, and I'm just going to stretch over as she is doing her job.
Vanessa Joseph, V's Beauty. This is kind of shy.
Vanessa is tiny but mighty. And so, Vanessa, how is this experience going for you so far?
It's good. I'm a bit nervous, but it's going good. It's a first time experience for me, and like everyone else, it's all about the exposure, getting to connect with other people, and evolving and bringing something different to the island.
And your model is none other than Claire Vision. How are you?
I'm great.
How is this experience for you so far?
Well, I came in to sign a contract and now I'm here as a model, so yeah, I'm excited.
Fun fact, she is also the newest member of the newest founding member of Islandpreneur Inner Circle, also signed right here today at Focus Forward Media. So we're excited to have our Islandpreneurs being highlighted here. Come, let's have a conversation with none other than the brainchild, the godmother of all of this kind of stuff here.
Why is she gonna give me that title though?
So this is none other than Kenty Listenberg, a brilliant visionary of all things creative, branding, marketing, events, all of it. Karai Creative Style, internationally awarded fashion blogger as well, just in case you all didn't know. Now you know. None other than my good friend Kenty Listenberg. How are you doing?
I'm excellent.
How is this going for you?
I need to take her everywhere to do that intro for me. Everywhere. I'm like, just play Ife. Beep. There it goes. That's my intro.
And how are you finding this so far? You decided, well, we have worked together. We've seen that there was a bit of a gap. We wanted to do something, and along with our partners, Climax Carnival, Focus Forward Media, and as well as Samara Care, we decided to put this together. And of course, Inglot, Miranda Matthew, who came and did an extraordinary workshop on skincare. Why was this so important?
I think for various reasons. So you said we identified the fact that we had a couple of elements missing when we're doing production, right? So when we have clients that ask us certain, certain needs that they have, whether it's for filming, photography, videography, ads, advertising, whatever it may be, we realized that our pool of makeup artists were getting smaller, and also because established makeup artists already are established, right? And oftentimes these makeup artists also have a full-time job. So sometimes when we call them, they're not available. It's conflicting with their time or our time. And, marketing is momentum. It's moment. You get a contract today for today. Yep. And you don't have the time really and truly to plan. So we said together, hey, guys, what if we do the first ever, because you know how I love to do the first. Me too. What if we do the first ever makeup casting call? Just like models do it, right? And leave them coming to Focus Forward. This is a creative space. We see and don't judge, right? Today we will be judging though. But normally, this is a creative space where Alvin and John give us the space to turn this studio into anything we envision, right? Oftentimes they're like, but how are we going to make this happen? Today, if it was blown away, she was like, I can't believe this is actually happening here, right? So it's important for us to give our local resources, our upcoming makeup artists, the tools and the vision of where they could go with the brand. Yeah. Not only from doing this, which is already taking them out of the comfort zone, like a lot of them say, but also how you're going to pitch to a client. Yeah. How you're going to come with your portfolio, how you're going to come prepare, all right? All of those are elements that we want them to see. We branded here for a reason. We could have worn anything that we wanted, but we want them to see that this is business. Yeah. This is how business operate. In the real world, behind the scenes, after you see a video shoot and a radio ad and all of those nice things that we like to see, that's what happens behind the scenes.
I'm so excited about this for a variety of reasons. You know how I love islandpreneurs and helping islandpreneurs go to the next level. Why is this important for the next level, for raising the bar in St. Martin?
Because oftentimes we are looked at, we're too small to produce anything of this caliber. And I think what you need is a vision, collaboration, partners that are going to be on board, support, people that are willing to take that chance as well, like these makeup artists did today, right? And we also wanted to make it accessible. Accessible is important as well. We didn't want to attach a fee to it. We didn't want to make it a financial commitment. We wanted to make it a time investment commitment. So if you're here today, it's because your business and your brand is important for you for the next 10 years.
I love it. And so, just in case you don't know, we are streaming all of this live. We're live on Focus Forward Media. We're live on Islandpreneur. We're live on Karai Creative Style. So, just go to any of those pages. You can view the entire process that's happening live. We'll have some intermissions here and there. I'm going to go ahead and talk to Larry.
Yes, but I wanted to ask you because this is a big weekend for us. I mean, we've
Oh,
been
yes.
having some. Let's talk about what's happening for you tomorrow. I mean, I don't understand. Like, who's selling who?
Oh my goodness. So tomorrow we do have a masterclass about digital tools, right? And so we live in 2025, we live in a digital age. So things like artificial intelligence, I know it sounds like a big scary word, but honestly, it's a computer, internet, and some web-based tools that's going to help you save a lot of time, help you to be able to go to the next level very quickly, and help you to come up with even better options for your business. So if you want to be part of that, I think we have 3 seats left. It's happening at Holland House tomorrow. Doors open at 3:30. We start at 4 o'clock. It's an investment of $125, but I promise you, by the end of the session, you can at least 5x that. At least 5x that. So I will see you tomorrow. If you're interested, just go to islandpreneur.co, click on the registration, and voila, you're in. Okay?
And if you want to be old school and just come to Focus Forward and sign up here, she can also do that.
Absolutely. We have all the tools here too. So just come down. We're here happening right now at Phillipsburg. It's not going to be forever, guys. And so if you want to come, you're going to have to come now. And talking about coming now to do other things. Larry, how are you, darling?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Wait, hold on. We need a camera to see you too. I just went running off to you and forgot the camera. That's not good. How are you, Larry?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Can't complain. We can, but I'm not going to complain.
So why did you decide to partner for this?
Why not? It is something about local entrepreneurs coming together, showing branding and marketing, and showing that we are strong together once we come together and make it happen.
I love it. So I know that this entire studio is filled with all of your amazing costumes. So talk to us a little bit about this costume right here.
Okay, so basically this is Eternal Blossom. This is my baby. Basically, this was the first section that I wanted to do. It's about the flowers, etc., the blooming, the blossom of summer. So this is my section that I've created with Shamalara from Dominica. And yes, so what you're watching here, this is the front line. What we did for prototypes purposes and spacing, we created one costume, but it's a 3-in-1. So for example, once we remove this pieces here, and to the top, you will have now a midline costume. Okay. All right. Now let me go. And if we go over here to the meal, we have the meal section. So the meal we have in here. But what we did is I created the back pieces that it's very unisex. So the male has on the backline back piece of a female, but you would think it's actually the male piece. So you can get the different variation. I believe a male must always feel like they can be as dramatic as they want on the road. Sometimes I feel like just the pants and the belt don't work. And sometimes the guys do want to feel a little bit more exaggerated on the road. So we ensure that they can still do a back piece if they want or not. Of course, we do have Chroma Wisp, which is in Dominica at the moment. They're busy doing a lot of commercials and branding in Dominica for their Dominica Carnival. They really love it. So we had to send back the costume over there to ensure that they can do different modeling and casting, etc. So we have the front line, we have the back line. They're beautiful. As below here, you can see the different options. We have the high-waisted panty. We have the padded bra. We have here the iron bra. And of course, if you want to be a little bit more sexy, we have a very bikini bottom for that. Over here, I would like to even mention this is locally designed by Rick. Everybody's supposed to know Rick. This is the snake, all right? It is called the Mystic Twilight. For those who are trying to wonder what's the price, it's unbeatable, $725, all right? For the whole costume.
Now, I know that people go to Island Finance and get a loan for $1,500 on the low end to afford a costume looking like this. So $725, it is a steal of a deal.
And they still could go Island Finance to get a small loan. This is a real small loan, all right? So this section is basically a frontline section, only females and only this costume that will be designed, but for $725. And let me just say, those who are coming to register today, we do have some specials, and I'm not going to say you have to come in, register, and then I'll be able to tell you those specials.
You heard it live and direct right here happening at Focus Forward in Phillipsburg. come down today. There's the masterclass that's happening tomorrow, and then we have specials happening from Climax Carnival. Only if you come through the doors of Focus Forward, you will get it. We also have specials at Focus Forward for your photography and videography needs. Again, only if you come through those doors within the next about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So we'll be here for the next couple of hours. I'm going to leave right now and just continue supporting the team as they go ahead and do their magic. But I'm so happy to connect with you. You saw the behind scenes right here, live and direct. My name is Ife Badajo. See you soon. You good, Alvin?
Yes. Now this is fine.
So Steph, please review, try it, let us know, give us feedback, tag, blah, 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 everything. And also to review the art of your event. Humans, yeah?
You don't go nowhere though?
No, just take some water.
So next up, model first, and then yeah. Time. Time. So brushes down, except for the lady in the back, Vanessa. Vanessa. You finish the lash because the lash still has to be.
Yes, of course. Of course. It's part of the portfolio too.
Yeah.
So we'll email a link. Yeah?
You did side profiles already?
Done by Stephanie Blend.
Jessica.
Where's my camera?
John, you can take them,
Come on.
please.
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, take them, please, so that we can.
Scared to tears. Scared to tears.
Boy. Why you keep on dropping things, John? You know that. Take my pass.
Yeah. You can't come backwards. Ready?
John, you don't have anything. You don't have us in the back, right?
No.
So, John, take her. We're here with the bag.
Let me do her first.
And then your model, and you will take the picture. You did the side profile? Okay. So we're coming there right now?
Yeah, it was alright.
I hope you put all my makeup in the camera.
of your shot just now.
Okay.
Out.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
check
in the meantime,
that.
I need volume down.
She have 3 more minutes.
Yeah.
She have 3 more minutes.
Kenzie, let her know she got 3 more minutes.
Vanessa, you have 3 more minutes.
All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, making this a huge success. So give yourselves a huge round of applause. Lord, that applause sounds dead. I was like, am I in the land of the living or not? Okay. Next steps are as follows. In the same order that we did the pictures and all of that, we will invite you over on the other end. Vanessa still has about 3 more minutes, so that will happen in about 3 more minutes. So Steph, you're first, then you're second, you're third, then you're fourth, and then Vanessa is the fifth one. And we will have about 10 minutes with you just to chat a bit and get to know you a little bit more. The jury is myself, Steph. There's a lot of Stephs here. Steph from Focus Forward, Kenty from Karai Creative Style. And so we have our judging sheet and all that kind of stuff. But we want to have an individual conversation with you. So as the person is in the back with the judges, then the others are out on this side. And so when that person is finished, you feel free to grab a juice and
Mingle, exchange.
Do what you want to do. But that would conclude, once we're finished with the judging, that would conclude this makeup artist master
Makeup casting.
She's have a master class tomorrow. I'm so sorry. So this makeup artist casting call, the first of its kind and the first for 2025. So thank you so much for being part of the inaugural one. Give yourselves a huge round of applause.
And before we all leave, we need to do 2 things. Where's our casting little thing?
Hold on.
We need to do a group picture with the models, with the makeup artists and everyone, production team. I don't know how we're going to do that, but that sounds like a heat problem. So we need to get a group picture. Please don't walk over here. Start walking around. Please. Yes, ladies, we're gonna start. Yes, and then you guys get to take a picture with one of these. Yes. All right.
Okay. So first up is Steph and her model. Oh wait, no, hold on. Steph and model Alvin and John, or one of you. I need pictures for the model.
try to give at least